Hi, this is Brad. I'm commander of FONO, F-O-N-O, which is an iOS Legion. It stands for Friends of No One. People sometimes ask us why we use that name, but we're actually pretty friendly. We thought about fluffy rainbow bunnies, but we wanted something badass sounding, and fluffy bunnies just don't convey that sense of being a badass. So we're going to record a team game here. I don't know what we'll get. You see a couple of our players, Sharky and Tallulah, who are both from England. We have CyndiRenee from the U.S., and I'm from the U.S. as well. So let's give it a shot. We have a few female players, which is a little unusual, just to tell you a little about FONO. We're ranked usually, lately we've been around 110, plus or minus, and about a year ago I kicked out most of my Legion just because they weren't playing. They didn't have to play a lot. We're not one of those high scoring, high minimum type of Legions. We have a best effort standard, but it was like a parking lot, and finally I just had to give a lot of people the boot, and I pissed a lot of people off. I hurt a few feelings. I didn't mean to, but I think it worked out pretty well. So that is our standard reasonable effort, and we do have a minimum, is what I wanted to say, of T4S. So if you're T4S and up, and you are at least going to meet a reasonable effort standard, that's great if we have room. But if you're looking for a parking lot, wrong place. So do we have an actual game? We do. I saw at least one other player. I don't know how many there are. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this bot out. So we have, Chris. I feel a little sorry for Chris because he's got, are there 3 of us or 4 of us? There's 4 of us against Chris. So I'm not going to shoot Chris unless I see he's in a battle with these guys. I mean, I'll just shoot bots. It's got nothing to do with the flag. But, I don't know what's going on with them. If they want to fight, well, there he is. Who's he with? Unless I hate his Legion. I don't hate too many Legions, but there's a few that have a lot of assholes. And speaking of assholes, we're actually not looking for assholes. We're looking for good players. We're looking for people that are nice individuals. We're looking for reasonable activity. You see some of these people on Global that just go crazy, and everybody gets in an argument every now and then, but someone who's just an out-and-out dick, that's not what I'm after. So let's see. See, we got a couple L. Orions in this game on our team, and don't you hate those? I mean, and they're good when they're on your side, but they're not so good when they're on the opposition. Was it like 5 shots at once or 6 shots at once? It's just really irritating. So I'm glad he's on our side. We have a lot of pretty good tanks. I've got 2 upper tier tanks. The most recent one I bought is the L. Dolphinus, or whatever the hell it is, which I think is the suck, basically. So I don't recommend that tank. I feel ripped off, actually, by Chilingo, and they don't care. They're dicks. So there's Chris. Let's see. Is he just sitting there? I'll just go by and say hi to Chris. Hi, Chris. I guess he knows he's kind of licked, but I'm not going to shoot at him. So anyways, we don't have a lot of rules, really. People ask us about that. It's not an HTF Legion. You can do whatever you want. If you want to shoot somebody because they're your friend or not, that's cool. If you want to not shoot your flag or shoot your flag, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. We don't want you shooting Legion members, but other than that, anything goes. Just trying to be a dick, that's the main thing. There's just some real assholes in this game. One of the biggest assholes is, like an example would be like, if Haas. I hate to give the guy any credibility by mentioning him. He just went over to Fireproof, which I know the commander pretty well at Fireproof. And the commander's a very nice guy, but he's a cancer and a dick, in my opinion. And we went over, when our Legion was smaller, we went over to the Alliance. We had kind of a little bit of a merger for a while, and it could have worked. And most of those guys over that were at the Alliance were, I think, very nice guys. I'm not paying much attention to the game, as you can probably tell. Maybe I'll get some cash. I can kind of use it. But I think he's pretty much single-handedly responsible for that Legion failing and blowing up. So we don't want people like that. And I think a mistake some people make, and it may be that they made it. I don't know, but they'll see a guy who's a real high scorer, and they'll think, oh, this guy's really going to help us in terms of scoring. But, when you get a cancer in your Legion, it doesn't matter how much they score. It's not worth it. We had a guy that was kind of a bit of a cancer that was a really good scorer, and then he left, and then a bunch of people followed him, and then I got pissed because they followed him. It was just kind of a nightmare, really. So that's my advice to other Legion commanders, is when you get someone that's a total dick, don't worry about how much they score, what kind of tank they have. Just get them the hell out of your Legion, and focus on people that are quality individuals. Well, that's our game. I'm sorry it wasn't a little more exciting. Somebody scored 100 points though on the other side. Oh, that must be bots picking something up. But anyway, I hope you at least enjoyed the commentary. I was hoping we'd get an exciting match. We didn't. But at least we have a little video, and keep us in mind over at FONO. Again, I think we could be easily a top 100 Legion. I don't really want to be like a top 20 or something. There's just too much pressure. You have to put minimums in of 500,000 points. We're not going to do that. But I wouldn't mind being top 100 if we can do it kind of organically. So I'm going to wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And that is that. Again, we are FONO, iOS Legion. Appreciate your time watching the video. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the remarks section here on YouTube. And we will see you on the battlefield playing Iron Force. Bye-bye.